Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is a 10-lap final in club racing out at Dallas Karting Complex in the 100cc senior class. I am starting 6th out of 16 drivers. This is my last race of the 2022 season, so we're going to try to have a really strong finish. That is Rick to my right, Richard in the 14 cart just ahead of me, and to the right of him in cart 10 is Ben. Looking for green flag, here we go. Get a pretty good start. Coming into turn 2 here, we're all going to keep it clean. And coming up next is a tricky turn 3. Richard's to my right, I'm going to keep it down at the bottom here. We're going to exit 3 wide. The other 2 carts get a better bite out of the corner, so I'm going to settle in behind them in 7th spot. Right behind Richard in 14. And he goes down to the bottom of 6. There's some grip at the very bottom. I'm going to go down there with him, and I'm able to get a better run out of the corner. Cart 6 was a little high. There's not a lot of grip up there, so that's why we were able to make that move. You can see the sun's really low. It's later in the day. There's a little bit of a glare on the track there, so wearing a tinted visor is really important. I think all of us pretty much had one. Temperature is about 63 degrees Fahrenheit. It rained all day before this race, so you can see the water on the inside and the outside of the track. The track does a good job with drainage, but there are a few spots, like right there on the curbings, where if you cut the curb, you're going to get water onto the track, and it's not going to be a good situation. This is your first time visiting Illegal Alien Racing on YouTube. Welcome. We're going to take you around this 10-lap race, narrate the race for you, try to explain the strategy. Right there you see Richard go a little deep in that corner. He's going to turn around right there to see if I or anyone behind him, he doesn't know it's me behind him, is catching up, and I am working hard to catch up but cannot quite close the gap. So if this is your first time, like I said, welcome. I'm going to try to explain the race as it unfolds. If you don't know a whole lot about karting, I'm going to try to explain the whys behind everything that's going on as much as I can. All right, for this next lap, we're just going to turn the engine sound up a little bit and have a lap. Now I'm going to break into our silent lap here because something's about to happen. Watch for the water on the left, right there. Switch camera angles, that is Vicent behind me. Hits the water, takes 2 carts, I believe, out with him. The guy right behind him, don't know how. You saw his car kind of get sideways. Don't know how he saved that, but he managed to save it. Great driving on his part. Vicent's a very experienced driver, just not sure what happened there. I guess he misjudged it. Ran over the curb, ran over some water. You saw the big splash. He's going off track. There's nothing he can really do there to save it. Good battle up ahead. That is Rick, Ben, and Richard just ahead of me battling it out. Maybe I can make up some time on them if they keep fighting pretty hard. And you can see the top 2 people right there making the right-hander just ahead. We're not that far back. So I didn't know that there was a wreck behind me. So we're coming around to the same area. And on your left, you're going to see someone waving a yellow flag, letting us know that something's going on. So we're paying a little bit more attention. And I look right there, I see water right there, roll off the throttle right there, and I see everybody off track. When I see the water and I see them off track, I know what happened. Just didn't know who caused it. And they're actually in a bad spot on the track. They probably need to move further to the right, away from like the exit. If someone else goes off track, they're in danger of getting run over. So if you're in that situation, you probably need to move out of the way from where the karts are going to exit. All right, looks like Richard's in front of that little pack of 3. And then he spins out, throws his hand up in the air. I go past him and he takes off after I go past him. Really unfortunate for Richard there that happened. So I know it's wet here on the left. I gotta be really careful with that. Go a little wider, just a little bit through there. All right, let's give this a second go. We're gonna do a silent lap around the track with just the engine sound. All right, you saw me, that has Ben just ahead of me, slowly start to track Ben down just for a little bit, but you see him pull away. Ben's a fast driver, definitely faster than I am. So I was kind of surprised that I was starting to kind of walk him down just a little bit, but he's opened up the gap on me. I need to work on the backside of the track a little bit. I'm just not as fast as some of the other drivers and tend to lose a little time right there. You see right there that shadow right behind me. I saw it too, and I realized at this point there is someone right behind me. I have no idea who it is, but I know someone's pretty close. So I'm going to drive my normal lines. No reason to go defensive just yet. If they pass me, then they pass me. I like this camera angle, so we're just going to keep it on this camera angle here and have a look back at Richard tracking me down. All over me. I don't know how close he is at this point, don't really care. Just driving. The race is starting to wind down. We do have a lap counter on our little data logger, the Micron on the steering wheel, so we kind of, if we look down there, we can figure out where we are in the race as far as like how many laps to go without having to rely on the flagman to tell us halfway or 2 to go. Right there, I leave the inside open and Richard takes advantage and goes right around me. Richard did have the fastest lap of the race, and he was the fastest driver, just I think on average, in the race. He's just, remember, spun out one time and he lost a lot of time. But he's, he caught back up to me, passed me, and that's Ben and Wreckham Rick just ahead of him. He has a shot at catching those guys and having a pretty good finish. And then this happens. Hits the same water Vicent did, spins out, I almost hit him. Now look at my right side tires, they're kind of muddy. Watch what happens here on this right hand turn. I almost lose the kart there. Tires get clean though. 2 to go. So yeah, Richard hit that same water puddle just ahead of me. And I roll off the throttle. I wanted to go to the left, but I felt the kart basically just pushing, not turning. So I went to the right. Luckily he was able to lock it down. Left me a little bit of a lane. I didn't know if I hit him with my left front tire or not, but was able to get around him. Turns out I did not hit him with my left front, but just didn't know at the time. So I'm trying to figure out if the cart's still driving the same, and it feels normal right now, so I think we're good. Also too, that's a good example of why you should have chassis protectors underneath your cart. If you go off track and you don't have them, you can really scrape up your frame and put some unnecessary wear or damage to it. I'm a big fan of chassis protectors. Coming back around, I know there's water there. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious, have a little bit more of an open line. And right there, I think it's second place. He's off the race. He's off the track now, out of the race. Really unfortunate. He was having a really good race. Last lap. Not sure who that is behind me. Behind him, guess who? It's Richard. He is back. He is like Rocky Balboa. This guy just keeps coming back no matter what. He's like a piece of iron. So he's making the move here. And it happens again, a third time. TKO, he spins out for a third time in the race. He is not going to be able to recover from that one. There's just not enough time, as this is the last lap. Richard's a good driver, just having a rough time out there, just trying to drive it really hard. And definitely could have got top 3, maybe even top 2, maybe even won the race had he just kept it on track the whole time. He was having a really great race. But sometimes you have days like that. All right, just a few more corners. Going to keep it wide through there because there is water. Don't want to run into those guys again. They're probably shouldn't be standing there, but we're going to take the checkered flag for the final time in 2022, and that was the ride. I'm going to check the alignment here. Not sure again if I had damage. Cart does pull to the right a little bit, but that can be tire pressure or tire wear. The cart's not jerking suddenly to the left or to the right, so we are good. There is no damage on the cart. I hope you enjoyed that final ride of the 2022 season. Leave me a comment below, like the video. It helps other people see this video and also get introduced to the Illegal Alien Racing YouTube channel. Thanks so much for the support, for taking the time to watch this video. As always, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy. I will see you on the next one.